Well, hey, good morning, folks. I haven't made a video in a long time. Things have just been crazy for me, and things have been happening that, you just have to go through, learn, pray, and move on. So lately, it's been on my mind that, some people are just right down ignorant, you know? Ignorant. Just ignorant, refuses to see the truth. So let's start here. How many of you have read the Declaration of Independence? I mean, really read it, not fly through it, but contemplated every phrase, every word. I have. Actually, when I was in school, the private school I was in, we memorized that. We memorized the Bill of Rights. We memorized the Gettysburg Address. We knew all the presidents. We knew all the states and capitals. Do they even teach that anymore? Anyways, that's where we're at. All right, so the men that wrote the Declaration of Independence, I think some of you would be surprised at what they really did, the real job, the real job. So we start with John Adams. Now, John Adams was a statesman, he was an attorney, and he was a diplomat, and also the second president of the United States. Then we looked at Roger Sherman. Yes, Roger Sherman, a statesman and a lawyer. So that was his. Let's see what Charles Carroll was. He was an Irish American politician, a planter, slaveholder. Kind of blows your mind what some of these men did, huh? Now we come to Caesar Rodney. He was the former governor of Delaware, also a lawyer. Then we have George Reed. He was also a politician. Let's see here. Samuel Adams. Another name you recognize? No? Yes? He was a political philosopher. Then we come to Richard Henry Lee. He was former president of the Continental Congress. Not only a statesman and a founding father from Virginia, he was best known for the June 1776 Lee Resolution, the motion in the Second Continental Congress calling for the colonies' independence from Great Britain, which was leading to the United States. Then we have Joseph Hughes. He's from New Jersey. He was a merchant, just a plain old merchant. His parents were members of the Society of Friends, commonly known as Quakers. On his mother's side, Joseph Hughes was a third-generation resident of New Jersey. So he was the fourth generation of the Hughes. That's kind of interesting. Lyman Hall. Now, he is the former governor of Georgia. He was a physician, clergyman, statesman. Yeah, these guys had jobs outside of what they did. They didn't get paid back then, okay? They worked. They worked for every penny. Now we have Button Gwinnett. He is the former governor of Georgia. He was English-born American. He was the representative of Georgia to the Continental Congress. Then we have William Hooper. He's the former delegate to the Continental Congress. A lawyer, politician. Then we have George Clymer. He was a former United States representative. And he was the American politician and the founding father of the United States. Then we have Edward Rutledge. He is the governor of South Carolina. American politician and the youngest signature on the Declaration of Independence. Thomas McKean, former president of the Continental Congress, American lawyer and politician from Newcastle. And let's see here. And he was a delegate to the Continental Congress. Josiah Bartlett. He was a physician and a statesman, former governor of New Hampshire, and a delegate to the Continental Congress. John Penn was a North Carolina politician. He was a signer of both the United States Declaration and the Articles of Confederation. Then we come to John Hart. He is a public official and a politician in colonial New Jersey. Philip Livingston was the former delegate to the Continental Congress. He was a statesman from New York and a merchant. Then we come to, whoopsie-doo, sorry about that, Abraham Clark, former United States representative, politician, slave owner, and a Revolutionary War figure. Then we go to Arthur Middleton. He's a singer, and he was nobody. He was from Charleston, South Carolina. Let's check out his history. He went to University of Cambridge, Westminster School, Trinity Hall, Cambridge, and St. John's College. So basically, Arthur Middleton was a very well-educated individual. Then we have William Ellery. He is, in 1776, the Baptiste consultant of Ellery and Congressionalist Reverend Ezra Stiles on writing a charter for the college that became Brown University. Now again, with William Ellery, he went to Harvard University and Harvard College. We come to Lewis Morris. He's a landowner and developer from New York, which is presently part of Bronx County. That's where he was. So that just gives you a highlight of these signers. We look at the people in those powers now, in political realm. None of them have a job outside of what they're doing, okay? They didn't design for people to be a career politician. That's why things were put into place, so they wouldn't become career politicians, wouldn't become dictatorship in the White House. So our founding fathers had a wealth of knowledge and fortitude. And it's amazing, even though they didn't know what was coming in the future and what was going to happen 200 years later, 300 years later. And they wrote stuff that really, really applies to today. You know, the biggest issue is gun control. Gun control, gun control. Well, in the Constitution, I have the right to bear arms. It does not state in the Constitution that I have to go get a permit or whatever. You're thinking, well, there's a state law, you have to do this. Yes, but it is infringing on my constitutional right. These representatives, senators, whoever, whatever, in political realm, it was not meant to be a career. You're elected by the people. You are supposed to serve the people. You are supposed to do what the people want. Period. So I want to highly, highly recommend Yes, sit down one day, read the Constitution. I mean, read it word for word and truly understand what our founding fathers was trying to tell us.